Well, it's time for the big reveal on the windshield. I've been promising this and promised this for a very long time, and we're to the point where we're actually ready to install it on the boat. The windshield that I had that came with the boat had a big crack right down the middle, and it was all crazed, and it just didn't look very good. So we kind of kicked around the idea of possibly just polishing it up and then just shooting some paint over it and just calling it a day. But after a while, I started looking around. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and pop for a brand new windshield that's just going to make the boat. So after doing a lot of research and being on ClassicGlasstron.com and Classic Glasstron Minnesota's website, I found a great reviews on a place called UPD Plastics out of Florida. That's all they do is they make boat windshields out of vacuum forming and stuff like that. So I called them up, and $485 plus shipping later, I have a new windshield. I'm real happy with it. I've had it for about a couple of weeks. I just haven't had a chance to really open it and mess with it. Been busy with work and other stuff, gel coat, other things with this boat. So it's now time to do it. Let me show you what we've done so far. I'll show you the old one, and then I'll show you the new one. So here's the old one. It's sitting on the floor here, and you can see how it's kind of cloudy and stuff like that. It's just kind of dirty and nasty. And actually the mounting holes are all wallered out real bad. So, I mean, it was in horrible shape. Plus, it has this big crack right here, and you just can't fix that. So, here is the new one. Look at that. Still got the plastic on one side of it, and they do not include the holes, because apparently Glasstron drilled these holes in miscellaneous different places throughout the years. So they include all the grommets, all the drill bits, everything that you need to make this happen, with the exception of the screws. You just got to save your screws, that's all, or go up to Lowe's or Home Depot and get a good quality stainless steel to put in there. So we got it. We also took the aluminum ends to the buffer. You can see how nice and pretty they are. Just ran the buffer. Somebody held it while I ran this thing across the buffing wheel. Got it nice and pretty. And then I bolted the side through the windshield here. And now we're going to have to drill this piece right here. So this hole actually goes right here, but then this one we have to drill through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill these two and get the other one installed on the other side. And then we're going to mount it up here on this side all the way around, and then go with a mark or an awl, and we're going to make marks wherever the holes are. So then we can take it off over here to the workbench, and we can drill it. And the idea is you put the windshield right here, and then you drill through the windshield into the wood. So you're kind of creating a clamping force, so that way it tends to not crack the Lexan or the acrylic, whatever this stuff is. But so far it looks beautiful, and it looks like it's going to fit. It's set flat for a while, so it's kind of bowed out, but they told me that once you screw it down to the hull, it's gonna level itself out. So we're gonna get the rest of the plastic undone and get these two holes drilled and get it mounted up to the hull first. See how it looks. What I did is I just let the drill do the work. I didn't push or anything like that. I just let it pull its way through, and now we have a perfect hole. So I'm going to flip it around and do the same. That was actually where our piece went right here. So that gives us the perfect hole to go through. Alright, so we've got this side down. I'm going to go to the other side, and we're going to kind of muscle it into place. We need some more room. You ready? There you go, right there. So now we need to go around to all the little holes and mark them with a Sharpie, so that way we can re-drill it. Now that we got this thing temporarily fitted up here, I went around, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but right there is a Sharpie mark. This is where we're going to drill all our holes. And I went around and did every single one, and Dad's over here cleaning up the rubber strip that goes between the windshield and the hull. It was still savable. He's just going to run some Finish 2001, which is that stuff in the green bottle. It's like Armor All, just to kind of clean it up and make it a little more supple again. There's a couple little tears in it, but you know what? It'll be kind of under the windshield, and once you get some of that Finish 2001 on there, it'll make it look real nice. So the next stage is we got to take this back off again and put it back over onto our bench, and then you use a little piece of wood like this behind it as you're drilling to kind of create that clamping force like I said before. And don't use any force when you're pushing it, just let it kind of tear its way through the windshield on its own. And then once that's done, we'll transfer the the mirror from here over to there and do the exact same procedure. But it fits real nice. It doesn't lay flat right when you put it on. You got to kind of, I don't know, use a little bit of persuasion to get it to curve around the hull. But once it does, man, it lays nice and perfect. I don't think you're up against it all the way. There you go. Perfect. Now that we got all the holes drilled, we have to install these little things, little grommets in each one of the holes to provide protection against the screws, I guess wallering them out over time. So we got about 10 of these to cram in there. They're not the easiest thing to put in either. Alright, so these little things you have to put down in these little holes. You just want to gently push through, and then I use my fingers on the back side to bring this lip out. Just like that. That's all you have to do. Just one at a time. Careful that one's sticking out over there. Why don't you go ahead and do yours first, so that way I don't. You see how high I'm having to hold this up over here so that way he can line it up. So now, on my side, I just push down, and I'm having to put a little bit of force to kind of bow it up. And that way my screw will catch the hole. Now we're leaving them just a little bit loose, so therefore we can slightly move it around if we need to. Because what we're doing now is we're going to slip, and what we thought, I was going to use the rubber that went around it from the factory, but they include these little rubber washers that go in between everything, and we don't have to use that little rubber piece that's kind of knurled up. Just slide it up underneath.